Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good week as we make it through another week. We've made it to Wednesday, so you are just about halfway done, and I hope that's a good feeling for you. I wanted to share with you an experience I had here today. I was meeting with some young adults, some college students, and we were looking through the Gospel of Mark, and they asked a very real question, one that I hadn't pondered for a while, but from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 7 and chapter 8, we were looking at some of the healings of Jesus. And they asked a very poignant question: why does Jesus use spit in order to heal people? Have you ever asked that or thought that before? There's a couple times in Mark 7 and Mark 8 where Jesus uses saliva, his saliva, in touching someone to bring about healing of blindness and deafness. Why spit? It's a little weird when we read it today. And of course, the Bible doesn't tell us why he did that. But what we can see is that he didn't have to, right? Jesus doesn't have to use saliva in order to heal, because there are times that he heals without it. There are times that he heals when he's not even present. Someone is possessed by a demon and Jesus says, go, the demon is gone. And sure enough, it was. So Jesus can heal just with his word. He can do it with a touch, but he doesn't even have to be present for it to happen. But sometimes he uses saliva. And back then, scholars realize, as they've studied the cultures back then, they believed that saliva had some healing properties in it. So perhaps Jesus is taking people where they're at and using something that was thought of as healing and used it anyway. But the real key here, as we discussed this, as I was talking with the young adults, was throughout the gospel stories, we find Jesus always healing people in different ways. It was never a certain method that he always used in order to heal. He healed people differently. Sometimes it was go and wash in a pool. Other times it was making mud with dirt in his saliva. Sometimes it was touching, and sometimes he healed without touching. Healing people differently. It wasn't about the method that brought the healing. It was the person of Jesus who did. And what's very unique about this is when Jesus healed these people, and we've got these stories, it was unique. He didn't heal them the same. That tells us that when Jesus comes to us and he approaches us, he recognizes our uniqueness, the fact that we're not all the same. Though we all are human and we have our similarities, we're different too. And so Jesus' relationship with you may be different than his relationship with me. In fact, it will be different. Just like a parent, I have two children. I have a boy who's 18 and a girl who's 13. I love them both immensely, and I love them both equally. But I love them differently because they are different. And I think the same with Jesus. He approaches us, each of our cases, differently and uniquely. Although, of course, he saves us all by grace, and he calls all of us to follow and obey him, his relationship with each one of us is special and unique. So don't look for your relationship with Jesus to be just like someone else's. And don't make yours just like someone else's, because he has a unique relationship with you. Because we're all special in his eyes. He made us that way. He didn't make us to be just like everyone else. He made us unique, all in his image, but still diverse. That was a cool thought we talked about today, so I just wanted to share that with everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday, a great rest of your week, and I hope you'll join us for worship this week here at Piedmont Park. We're going to be having Sabbath school at 9:30 and our worship services at 11. Of course, Sabbath school is for all ages. We're also having a camp out this weekend. Some of our group will be outside worshiping with Pastor Shauna at Woodland Acres. I'll be preaching here and doing something a little different this time, so I hope it'll be a blessing. Hope you'll come and join us either in person at the campout or online to be a part of our worship this weekend. Take care, everyone, and take care of each other.